Hey YouTube, this is the Excalibur Trail 35C. It is a blue trail at Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area. This trail starts essentially at the end of the BA Trail or the Bad Attitude Trail, and this is probably one of the easier blue trails in the park. There are some obstacles on this trail, obviously, but with that said, I kind of feel that like a couple of other ones like Barney Rubble and such are probably a little more difficult. So there's a small up and down on the left. It just looked really slippery, so I just sort of skipped it. But I did tell everybody else like they could do it if they wanted to, and actually one of the Jeeps went up there real quick, and it wasn't as much of a hassle as it looked like it would have been in the snow. And so anyway, you're gonna see me doing these awesome 3-point turns because I have 40-inch tires and the trails are really narrow, and I just don't have that well of steering, basically because the tires are so damn big. So this trail does have like some rocks on it and obviously a little bit of water. But like I was also saying, like this trail, it just doesn't feel like it's the same caliber as some of the other blue trails in difficulty, and you'll see that like a lot of this actually looks kind of green. But if it gets a blue marking on there, that means that usually at least there's at least one spot on the trail that they deem blue. It doesn't necessarily mean the entire trail has to be blue, so it doesn't have to be a complete rock garden the whole way. And up here somewhere, you'll see that there are some rocks on the trail. There you go. You can see that there's rocks on the trail. Although we are the first ones out here on this trail, so unfortunately, what that also means is that you can't really even see the obstacles, and because it's kind of deep snow, all you can see is the tips of the rocks. And I'm sure that if somebody behind me was shooting some video, like it would be a little bit more obvious, like we're watching the tire tracks of seeing like where the different like obstacles are. But obviously, if you just look at the hood, you can see the hood is like jumping up and down, left and right. It's going at all these different kind of angles. So that does tell you that like I'm obviously not on a paved or gravel or flat surface with as much bouncing as you can see on the hood. And the other thing is, this is a trail. I'm not just like freewheeling like in the middle of nowhere. You can see like right there are ribbons. The ribbons at AOAA are a clear indicator that this is like a totally legal trail that I'm on. And you also did see that there was a sign like when we entered it. If you're just wondering, how do I know where I'm going? A little bit is from memory, and a little bit is just from um, looking for the ribbons on the trees, or looking for the scars on the trees, so to speak, because you'll see that in some places there's scars on the trees also. There's another ribbon, so you know that like this is in fact is a trail. Most of the trails are that are at the blue level are rock gardens like this one, and the rock gardens are essentially where you want to drive. The next trail that we do after this one will be the BA Extension Trail. This trail was sped up a little bit, like the video footage, so it wasn't quite so boring. So because it was running at double time, it means that we did this trail in probably 7 minutes, even though it's a 3.5 minute video. So please like and subscribe, and BA Extension is coming up next.